it just don't stop. We can't catch a break. This is just forever. This is just forever. We're just gonna be losing forever. It's just never going to end. It's just gonna be a continuous cycle of loss after loss after loss. What do we do? There's nothing we can do. Wemby plays, we lose. Wemby doesn't play, we lose. What do we do? This is our season now. This is it. We can't catch a break. You think the refs care? Refs don't care. No one cares. No one cares about the Spurs. We lose harder. Yes, we lose harder. That's all we can do is lose harder. That's all we can do. Good God, dude. I don't know what else we're supposed to do at this point. I don't know. It's just over. It's just over. When next year? Yeah, maybe like in 3 years. I don't know. I can't deal, y'all. I think I'm giving up on the channel for a while. I don't know what to do. I truly don't know what to do. It's all right. We're gonna be okay, I think. I won't be okay, but I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. All right, let me put the real music on. Sorry. I'm sorry. I was in a mood. There we go. Should I change the background music? I don't know. I've been thinking about it. It's kind of goes with the channel at this point, so it's kind of weird to change it right off the bat, but oh man, that was terrible. That was just terrible. We suck, and that's just the fact. In this development, we so good. Wait, what? This development we so good at is the development we're so good at is MIA. That's what you meant. No. The development's still going on. It's just the team just isn't. They're just not good enough. They're just not good enough. I already knew that a lot of these games were gonna come down to what is it that Devin Vassell and, I know Wemby didn't play, but Devin Vassell and Wemby giving you every single night. I knew it was gonna come down to that. And that's super risky with a guy like Wemby, who's literally like a teenager. And then with Devin Vassell, who this is basically his first time coming into the role of being the main guy. This was just inevitable. I just knew this would happen. The end is near type of music. Yeah, that's what that was. I don't know I don't know what we do. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Vassell was also out? No, Vassell was not also out. All right, let's take it. So I knew that a lot of Spurs fans weren't going to watch this game. I mean, for obvious reasons. I mean, even me being in love with the San Antonio Spurs, as you guys are, I was even close to not watching this game because I knew it was going to be an L. And when Wemby's not playing, it's like, well, it's definitely going to be an L because we've been barely losing with Wemby. So if Wemby's not playing, it's like we're really going to lose. So yeah, that's basically what happened. We really lost. So how do I feel about this game as a whole? There's nothing I can take out of it. It's just same old, guys. Like there's nothing that I can say was extraordinarily positive. There's nothing I can say that was extraordinarily negative. Not really. Just the same old. I will say one thing that I brought up before, and I'm going to bring it up again. All right. And I know that this won't be controversial. I don't think this will be controversial. I think most people would agree with this. Zach Collins, my boy. While I love Zach Collins and I think that he's a very good and essential veteran for this team, I mean, young veteran, but a veteran for this team nonetheless, I do think that him coming off the bench, I'm not a coach. but I think him coming off the bench would not be a bad thing. And the reason being is because going against that second unit, he can have a little bit more freeway. And also, on top of it, dude, Zach Collins, when he's on the court with, I'm not saying this happened this game, but when he's on the court with Mamu, Osman, McDermott, and Malachi, he plays like fairly well. I like that group really well together, and I think that will be a really nice second unit coming off the bench. Obviously not all at once, but I think it'll be really nice. And also, when it comes down to like who should start as point guard, is it Jeremy or is it Trey Jones? I don't think it really matters. Honestly, I think Jeremy Sohan needs to get as many touches as running as a point as humanly possible, only because this is the one opportunity he's going to have, and it's this season, and he could get a lot of development, a lot of reps in this season for that. But at the same time, you know, I don't necessarily want, if I had to choose, I don't think Sohan coming off the bench in favor for Trey Jones is that great. I would much rather us just say screw it and Zach Collins be the one come off the bench, and then you just start Wemby as center next to Sohan. I mean, that's on paper, that's the best lineup you could probably have for this team, right? It will be Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Keldon, Sohan, Wemby. And based on how Zach Collins has played, I don't think you're getting enough utility out of him for being the floor spacer that he was supposed to be, right? He's capable of being it, but he just hasn't shot that well. And I wouldn't be shocked if there's another conversation soon with Pop about that. So I have no idea. But I will say that I think Zach Collins coming off the bench will be beneficial, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But I will say this, if you want to take some positivity out of this game, Bassey was extraordinarily efficient defensively. He had one play that was a slip up where he didn't, like, he wasn't paying attention, and Keldon was forced to foul Zion Williamson. Wasn't 100% his fault, but yeah, he should have paid attention. I mean, you got big Zion Williamson coming down the court, right down the middle. But, you know, other than that, I thought he was very engaged. The biggest problem that we've had with him is the fact that he's been disengaged. But when he's showing this amount of effort and this amount of mental power, brain power, whatnot, he's a pretty good player. And you can see it in this game. He had 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks. Now, he is one-dimensional, but like I said before, like when everyone was going crazy about, I really want Kai Jones, I really want Jalen Duren, I really want, and those guys are really, really good. Well, Jalen Duren's really, really good. And while I like those players, I also believe that you can get kind of a smaller version of those players, like in free agency, or you can sign them. Like, you know, it's not like Wemby or Sohan where these guys are one. Well, hold on, let me calm down. Wemby is like 1 in a million. Sohan is like 1 in 1,000. Like, these guys don't come by very often. So, you know, I would have rather picked up Sohan than get a player that, you know, can fulfill the same role that Bassey right now is fulfilling. So just overall, look, not much I can say about this game that's stupid positive or anything. I think that it was the same old. What, did the team show effort? Yes. Okay. The effort is not the problem. The problem is the experience. The problem is the cohesiveness. The problem is the team chemistry. They're still learning those things. They're still getting accustomed to it. And this is a very bad record. I know it is a very bad record. And unfortunately, the Spurs have made it kind of more difficult on themselves. Like, when you get on this type of losing streak, it gets really difficult, because there were a few games in there that they should have won. Like, let's just be honest. We should have at least 6 wins at this point that they had a really good opportunity to win. I felt like the Atlanta Hawks game hurt the most for me, because everything was just lined up so perfect, but then they still had those waves of the turnovers and the bad fouls, and now our offense is stagnant, and that just killed you when you're going against a guy like Trae Young, who's just going to pick you apart on the third and the fourth, and he knows how to finish. So experience hurt there. And in this game, I just wasn't expecting us really to win. I mean, I thought that we played impressively for all things considered. The fact that the Pelicans were defensively making us look silly. I thought we did the best we possibly could. But yeah, it wasn't beautiful. Also, Sohan, while his footwork was really good in this game, and I thought that he gave himself some really nice looks. Not every look was great, but he gave him some nice looks. He just missed shots, and that's unfortunate. But you know it's a bad game when no one scored 20 points. I mean that's bad. I mean that's terrible. Nobody gave us 20. But hey, kudos to the Pelicans. They really locked us down defensively. Shoot, even CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum looked like a lockdown out there. I was like, oh my goodness. Collins is not good. No, Collins is good. Collins is a good player. I think just right now, I will say this: he has a heavy workload. Okay, like Zach Collins has a heavy workload right now. So I'm not mad at him. It's just I don't necessarily think that he's being as effective as a floor spacer as he possibly can, and I think maybe he'll have a little bit more success coming off the bench. I don't know. It just seemed like he worked well with Osman McDermott specifically, so I think that might be nice. Also, by the way, where's Doug McDermott been? Last game it was a coach's decision. Did something happen? Is he having a baby or something? Like where the heck where has he been? Sohan over Wemby? What? Yeah, where has he been? Does anyone know? I don't know. That's one thing I was wondering. I was like, where the heck? Lineups are trash. Pops is yeah. Okay. But where is? I guess maybe you guys don't know. I don't know. Sohan always getting cooked. No, he's not. He's not always getting cooked. Okay. I don't know. He's getting his jersey retired. Oh, really? Okay. He was gone for 2 games. But okay. All right. That's fine. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's not great. It's not good. It's terrible. But you know what isn't terrible? Let me tell you guys something, all right? I got something to tell you. Listen. This is what I need you guys to do. I will be giving away tickets, San Antonio Spurs tickets, but honestly, it's just tickets to any game you want, up to $200 value. So $200 tickets. All you have to do is sign up for Mojo Fantasy. Link in my description. Check out the app, man. Just sign up for it. That's all you got to do. Send me a message directly, whether it be on Twitter or whether it be on Instagram. Just send me a DM and you're entered. Just let me know that you signed up. Boom, you're entered into the giveaway. And we're going to go ahead and make that thing happen we'll do about the mid-month. Mid-December is when we'll go ahead and give away the tickets. We'll do like a little spinning wheel and we'll have a winner. Tickets to the next L. Tickets to the next L. If you guys want to catch the San Antonio Spurs latest L, all you have to do is go to Mojo Fantasy, link in my description, check out the app, sign up, and hit your boy up. That's all you got to do. $200, okay? These tickets are expensive, all right? These tickets are very expensive. I just bought tickets to a Grizzlies game. You want to know how much it came out to be? $400. But that was for two tickets. But they were $200. They were $200. It was a lot of money. So tickets are very expensive with Wemby this season. But if you guys are interested, once again, listen to my words, okay? Link in my description. Mojo Fantasy. Sign up. And then send me a message directly, whether it be on Instagram or Twitter, and say, hey, clan, I just signed up. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. They are expensive. Yes. That's why I'm giving away $200 tickets. Okay. Are you hearing me? Do you guys know how much tickets are very expensive? You more than likely all you have to spend is like $500. I'll take care of the 200. You just got to pay for the other 5. Seriously though, like if you guys are interested, sign up. Mojo Fantasy, great stuff, great sports book. They do things so much differently, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in this stream as well. But please, sign up. Good stuff, great stuff. Tough L, guys. Tough L. All right, let's actually write something down. Stats don't matter when you're losing straight, though, to be honest. True! Who cares about stats? Clan, I don't want to see the game, but I will take the $200. It's a gift card, my boy. It's a gift card to. It's a gift card. Are you hearing me? It's a gift card. It will just be sent to you, and then you can buy the tickets yourself. I didn't want to do specific tickets because so many of you guys are all over the place. So that was my main thing, because I was like, oh, I could do it at just this Spurs game, but not everyone that follows me is literally like in San Antonio. So I was like, you just go to whatever game you want. Hopefully it's not too expensive. I feel for you if you're in LA though. That $200 is going to do nothing for you. It's going to do nothing for you. Hey Clan, how many games in the season will you start looking into draft prospects like you did last season? Oh, Andrew, where the heck have you been, dude? I had a double take. Yeah, what's up, Andrew? I know we want to. We'll probably get on that early. It'll probably be throughout the season, honestly. Maybe in the next couple weeks. I've been watching a lot of Cadeau. I'll be honest. Everyone telling me Isaiah Collier. I'm not that high on him. I've been watching quite a bit of him. I don't know. Is it just me, or does his movement seem a little mechanical? A little bit too reliant on his physicality? I don't know. I just feel like if we get a point guard, I want him to be a little bit more, loose. I don't know. A little more crafty. I just haven't really felt that. I haven't got that vibe. I feel like he uses his physicality quite a bit. He's a little mechanical. He's a great player, but everyone talking about it like, oh, what if Collier's with Wemby? And it's like, I'm not that high on Collier yet. Maybe I have to watch. I'll watch some more, but have you checked out Carlton Carrington? You guys want to just give me some names? I'll check them out here. How should I do this? Should I write it down or should I put it on my phone? I'm gonna write it down. I don't want it to be lost on my phone. Yeah, give me some names. You said Carling, and please only point guards right now. You say Carlton, and these are guys that more than likely will be in this upcoming draft, because I'm a big fan of Cadeau right now, but I'm not sure if he'll be in this upcoming draft since he's only like 17. Rob Dillingham and Sar. Okay, I know about Sar. But wait, Sar. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. You said. Oh wait, I think I looked into Dillingham. I'll have to recheck. Some other ones. Sar. Ooh, how do you say that? Metch from Tennessee. Okay. Yeah, let me get rid of this. I don't know why I did that. Okay, Metch. Who else? City Sissoko. Oh, I thought you were giving me City Sissoko. Payne. Okay, who's Payne? I'm just kidding. Nicola Topic. Tyrese Proctor. Are these guys that we can... Guys, we're going to get a lottery pick this year. Whether it be the Toronto pick or it'll be just ours. We're going to get one. We're going to get like probably 2 lottery picks. You said Proctor. I'll put him down. I think that's enough right now. They're projected top 15. Okay. I really just want point guards because that's more than likely what we'll do. Bronny James, he won't be in this draft, will he? Is Bronny James going to be in this draft? I think it's going to be in next draft. Also, I don't want Bronny James. How you feeling about the Hawks unprotected pick in the 2025 draft? Dude, I love unprotected picks. I still think it was low-key a fleece from us. Also, I putting things in perspective. So, like, I was talking to my friend Swishfield about this, and I didn't even think about this. This is actually kind of insane. So, let me see. Trade. I didn't even think about it this way. Hold on. Let's see. What were our trade picks? Or what was our trade for DeJounte? Hold on. Oh, is it just right here? Let's exchange for Hawks. Okay, Hornets 2023 first round pick, top 16 protected. This didn't convey, right? This Hornets, just refresh my memory. The Hornets pick in 2023, that did it convey? Top 16 protect. Did we use the Hornet? No, yeah, we used the Hornets. Who did we get with the Hornets? Was it? No, we didn't. That didn't. Did it convey? I can't. I'm going blank right now. Didn't convey. No. Okay, so it's going into next season. Josh Primo, look him up, Clan G League player. Yeah, I'll check him out. Okay, so yeah, so anyways, I just thought this was interesting, and my friend brought this up. Swish Hill brought this up. He was like, dude, we traded DeJounte Murray for what? 1, 2, 3 unprotected draft picks, a first round pick swap, and Wembanyama. That's insane, because DeJounte Murray leaving is the reason why we got Wembanyama. A big reason why we got Wembanyama. Isn't that crazy to think about, though? That's insane. To get that many unprotected picks, a pick swap, in one of the greatest generational talents ever. That's insane. That's a crazy trade-off. I know things are kind of dark right now with all these L's, but like, that's like super cool. We're super set. Has no talent for playing point guard. I mean, to be fair, he hasn't really played point guard a lot these past 2 games. The big problem with Sohan is I think that he what's the word? I want to say exposes his back. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Exposes his back to the defender too quickly, like as soon as he get past half court, because he's trying to protect the ball. Like that's like his go-to because he's a power forward. But I don't know. I think as time goes on, it'll be okay. He's gotten better though, but he's not really playing point a lot these last couple games. He's really great when he can just kind of... Okay, you guys keep bringing up topic. All right, hold on. Yeah, Isaiah Collier... hopefully I'm saying it right. Isaiah Collier, he's just one that I'm just not that excited about. I've been watching. I'm just not that excited about him. All right, we got some other stuff to talk about. I don't know how long I'll be on, because to be real with you guys, I mean, this is one of the very few weekends that I don't have a ton to do. So I could easily go live tomorrow, like, if I wanted to. And when's the next time the Spurs play? Is it another 4 game? Which is insane, dude. Please don't tell me it's that long. Oh my God, they don't play until Wednesday? Why is the record like this? Why is the record like this? Is it the tournament that messed it up? Like, what is this record where you go 4 you get 4 games off, and then you get a back-to-back, and then you get 4 more the in-season tournament? Oh, this is so stupid. The in-season tournament should have just been a couple weeks. I don't know what happened, dude. And it's confused. I don't even know who's in the in-season tournament. I don't even know how you qualify. I don't know. It was weird. Oh, man. You should look into SAR. I wrote them down. Do you guys know my weakness? Like what type of players I really like? I like those players that are very crafty, can do a little bit of everything. I don't really care about stats as much. I just care about how crafty they are and high basketball IQ. Like some of my favorite players, obviously Derek White, Manu Ginobili, Kyle Anderson. I've always said that if I was a basketball player, coming up, I'm not. But if I was, the person that I would base my game off of would be Kyle Anderson. Like, I just love guys that are so crafty that can play defense and also just high basketball IQ, just really understands the game. I think that's why I'm gravitating towards Cadeau so much. Like, he has enough craftiness where I'm like, I really like that. And his vision is just out of this world. Like, I just love guys like that. Stephen Castle. Did I write down Castle? Those are my weaknesses. Those are the guys that I always gravitate towards. That's why I love Derek White so much. Like, when people would always be like, why are you so biased towards Derek White? It's like, I just really like that game. Like, the way he approached the game is just so sweet. He really understands it. All the teams in the West that are in the rise have elite guards, from Anthony Edwards, SGA, Fox, Ja Morant. Well, the good thing for us is that we have we have a star, at least. Like, we have a superstar. I mean, possibly one of the... I mean, I'm very convinced of this, guys. I think Wemby... I know this is super early to say, and this won't be like a segment or anything. This is just going to be on this live stream, or maybe multiple live streams. Who is Cadeau? He plays for North Carolina. He's the point guard there. He's 17. Go watch North Carolina games. It's kind of insane because when he's on the court, it just runs so smoothly. Like, his vision and how quickly he gets the ball out of his hands is elite at 17 years old. He still has a tough time as far as driving the basketball, but he can create quite a bit of space. He can create his own shot, but he's more of a he's pass first. He's pass first, but he is so good. Cadeau is 19. Oh, I'm sorry. What was I say? What did I say? 17? Wait, I thought. Hold on. How old is Cadeau? Cadeau. Elliot Cadeau. Oh, he is 19. Why did I keep saying 17? Where am I getting that from? It doesn't really matter. Just started in North Carolina. Here we go. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry for getting you that misinformation. Clan, you're going to love Carrington. Did I write him down? Okay. He's sneaky, and as a triple threat, he's a breakout. Check out, please. I DM'd you. Okay. I'll check him out. I don't really have like an opinion because right now that's the only this. I just know right now that Cadeau, him being 6'1" and everything, that's going to be a limitation for him. I don't think that he'll be a top 5 pick, top 6 pick. I feel like he'll definitely be somebody we'll be able to get if he enters this draft. I did not realize he was 19. Why did I keep saying 17? Where did I get that from? Maybe when I was looking at some of his old stuff or something, it was showing how elite he was at 17. I don't know why I thought that. I'm sorry. Check out OKC Jalen Williams, younger brother Cody. Oh, does he play like Jalen Williams? You know, I really wanted Jalen Williams. I mean, obviously where we landed and everything, I was happy what we got, but Jalen Williams was a guy before the draft started where I was like, oh, he would be really nice to have. His draft stock increased like crazy near the end. I mean, he was projected like where Malachi was projected. He was projected initially around like 14, 15, 16, and it just skyrocketed near the end of the season. He's a bigger version of his brother. That's cool. Coach Carter is the only person that can save our season. True. Check Ryan Dunn, the best defensive wing. Okay, okay. Let me check out these guys first. 6'8" wing. Okay, screw it. I'll write it down. Is he projected to be a lottery? Say no. I mean, you can go twofer. I mean, you can go into this draft, get your point guard and get your defensive wing, because Lord knows we need another defensive wing. I mean, we are desperately missing that. Then I think we'll be complete. And then after that, after you have those players, I think then you can start filling out the roster a little bit. Let them develop another year, and then you can start filling out the roster. You want Bronny? I feel like he overhyped. Yeah, I'm not crazy about Bronny. I'm also very skeptical of a player like Bronny that's just under LeBron. It's like really hard for me to even assess how good he's going to be in the NBA. It's just tough. I don't know. I'd rather not take the risk. I feel like there'll be better players. If there's not a better player by the time we land, then sure. Nikola Topic is nice. All right, I got him. I got him down. I'll look at all these. We need a decent point guard. Yeah, but for real though, go check out Cadeau. Go check up. Hold on, let me get a picture of him so you can see what he looks like. This is what he looks like. Now his face looks like he does not care about basketball whatsoever. Okay, but he is top notch. He is a top notch talent. So go watch some highlights of him. His passing is out of this world. I was just picturing a future where he's dishing it off to Devin Vassell, and he would have a field day with Wemby. I mean, these passes just top notch from him. I'm more like Derek than Murray. What, do you play ball or something? Oh, you want someone more like Derek than Murray, right? Oh, he's more like Derek? I don't know what you're saying, but yeah. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got to talk about. There's a few things here. Patty Mills. Patty Mills has something to say. He had something to say. This is the other night before the Atlanta Hawks game. Let's see what he had to say. I actually didn't actually. Okay, I was like, what the heck was that? That was my my dishwasher. All right, let's listen.
It feels like this place is in a good place for the growth and the future of the San Antonio Spurs. So you can only, imagine the amount of detailed work that is going into him on the floor for him to develop his game in the ways that, he can. And it's going to be another exciting person to watch, how his game develops. And hopefully there'll be, more banners hanging up in the rafters because of him. But, looking up that 2014 one, knowing that's almost 10 years ago since that one went up, I think it's due for another one from him.
Does Patty miss the Spurs? I mean, because right now the only dose that he has of the San Antonio Spurs that's left is DeJounte Murray, and I think most people agree that DeJounte Murray wasn't really like an idealistic Spur. Is that the right word? You know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I'm sleepy tonight. Yeah, he's not necessarily like a Spur. Yeah, and even after he left, he was like, yeah, screw the Spurs. But he's back and forth on that. Okay, so let me go ahead and say this. So first and foremost, all these people, and it's getting exhausting. You know what's more exhausting than the losses? Dealing with San Antonio Spurs fans during losses. I mean, it is insane. I mean, we already have to deal with haters, right? Like Rockets fans are kind of crazy. And now we got Spurs fans even being like as pessimistic as humanly possible. And I just find it so strange because we're literally an organization. Like, it doesn't get better than the Spurs organization, the Spurs structure. It just doesn't get better than that. And I don't necessarily take that for granted because I sit back and I'm like, yeah, while the Spurs aren't winning and it's terrible and it sucks and it's miserable and oh my God. But at the same time, you look at somebody like the Pistons or a team like the Pistons, they're nowhere near as bad as what we're seeing with the Spurs. And it's not just win or loss. It's not just that. Like when people say, I don't see a vision for the San Antonio Spurs. What are you expecting right now? Over the past years, the Spurs have been really drafting based on potential. Like you got guys that can kind of just fit into any system, right? You get Devin Vassell. He can fit into any system. You get Jeremy Sohan. He can fit in any system. Like those are the type of guys that they've been getting. And then potential guys like Blake Wesley, Malachi Branham. Like this is how they've been drafting. And it makes sense for you to do that, especially since you didn't have your concrete superstar yet. And no matter who your superstar would end up being, those type of guys would be able to fit with that player. Like I truly do believe that Sohan and Devin Vassell have fit in perfectly with Wemby. But then you get Wemby, you tank one season, you get Wemby. Wemby hasn't even figured out his game yet. How do you necessarily concretely build around a guy that hasn't figured out his game yet? He's 19. That's going to come with time. But it's just so strange to me because you look over at the Detroit Pistons. That really is a team that has no vision. Like, it's no structure. The players are pointing fingers at each other. It's terrible over there. It's absolutely terrible. And I really feel for Detroit Pistons fans because it got to be really difficult to deal with that, with what's going on over there. But with that being said as well, like, don't get me wrong, if some years went by, just say 3 years, and the Spurs decided, because this is the equivalent of what the Detroit Pistons did. If the Spurs decided, you know what, we're going to get us another 7-foot guy that can, shoot the ball. You know what? We're going to get another 7-foot guy that can play some defense. You know what? Let's draft another 7-foot guy. We would sit there like, what do you do? What are we going to, and then they just said, all right, Wemby, make something happen. Wemby would be like, what? Very similar to what's going on with Cade Cunningham. He's just like, what do you want me to do with this? I don't, it's just too many of one thing on this team. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. But that's not the problem with the Spurs, man. I think that we're going in a really fine direction. Losses suck. They do. Tis what it is. But I mean, obviously we need more talent. Obviously we need to keep developing guys. Obviously Wemby's going to have to figure out some things, as far as his game, but he's only 19. Just give it some time. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it's as dire as people make it out to be. It just tis what it is. Cade on bust watch. I don't know if it's so much that Cade is a bust or his team is just, he can't really work with it. He doesn't have shooters. I don't know what he's supposed to do, honestly. I don't know what he's supposed to do. But yeah, patience, my friends. Exactly, Gregory. Patience. I saw something from, gosh, I should have liked it. Oh God. I want to finish this video on something that I found funny. Hold on. Let's see. Gosh, where is it? If I can't find it, I apologize. But it was Patty Mills. And someone said something along the lines of Patty Mills really does miss the Spurs. I don't think I'll be able to find it. Oh, wait, no, this is it. Yeah, this is it. They said Patty Mills been staring at the Spurs bench this entire game. Yeah, he wants to be a Spur again. I'm only making the assumption, but I'm pretty sure he would rather be with the Spurs right now than the Atlanta Hawks. That's just me. That's just how I feel. I would love to have Patty Mills back, but right now it's cool. Let Trey Jones come into that role, and I think eventually he'll be our really nice backup point guard. But any thoughts, guys? Any thoughts about what our boy Patty Mills said? How you gonna cry dead weight? The amount of bricks I could build a house from his teammates. His assists would be higher if they could shoot more consistent. Wait, Ruru, who are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, exactly. DB. Detroit's development is really bad. It is. And we're not the Detroit Pistons. I think that's something that you can at least take some pride in. Is it a low bar? Sure, it's a low bar, but we're not there. All right. We have a light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like a lot of people that come out and say, oh my goodness, what direction are we going in? What are we even doing? And then the condescending, I guess we're going to tank again for another guy. It's like, are you not happy that we got Wemby, or like what? Like now we're crapping on the concept of tanking again? Like, are we not happy that Wemby's here? Or very strange behavior. Very strange behavior. Now let me tell you guys something, okay? I do want to tell you about something. Where the heck is my stuff? Here it is. All right, let me tell you guys something, okay? Let me tell you about a nice little app, because I'm going to do a giveaway. All right, I'm doing a giveaway, and I'm going to give away at the middle or right mid-December, okay? We're going to do a live stream. We're going to do a giveaway. What is it that we're giving away? We're giving away $200 tickets, okay? $200 tickets to any San Antonio Spurs game that you want, $200 value. All you have to do is download Mojo. Download the Mojo Fantasy app, link in my description. If you're wondering what Mojo is, well, friends, Mojo is a crazy new app that turns sportsbooks odds and selections into fantasy contests. Now, what does that mean? Well, you're basically used to a lot of NFL, MLB player props, NBA props even. But what this actually does is you will take players based on their stock price. So there's this whole stock market that's going on within the app. It's kind of crazy. And you can sell and buy players mid-game. So it's a little bit of a twist on the whole fantasy idea, but it's really cool. It's really dope. Just check it out. All you have to do is sign up Mojo Fantasy and you will get $100 or 100% deposit match up to $100. Sorry about that. You won't just get $100. I apologize. But yeah, just use the code Spurs Clan, link in the description. And once you download that, once you sign up, just send me a message. Say, Clan, I signed up. You can send me a message on Twitter. You can send me a message on Instagram and just say, hey, I signed up for this. What now? And I'm like, hey, play. But also, you're entering the giveaway. All right, $200 worth of Spurs tickets. So go check it out. Mojo, great stuff, wonderful stuff. And big shout out to them. And for partnering with me in this channel means the world to me. And if you support Mojo, you're supporting me. So yeah, guys, go check out Mojo Fantasy. Real talk. All right. I'm like really hungry. You guys have no idea. I am so hungry right now. Did you check out this hoodie? Isn't it dope? Or sweater, sorry. Isn't sweater dope? Hold on. See it? Yeah. It's dope. I would give you the guy's name who sent this to me, but I don't know if he's still selling them. Because he had limited supply when he first sent it to me. He sent to me, he was like, hey man, if you can just support me. And I was like, yeah, heck yeah. Send it on over, my guy. Not you wearing the non-point guard. Yeah! Yeah! That's my point guard. Look at my point guard. Hold on, check out my point guard. Wait, I don't see his face. Hold on. Where's my point guard? Where's my point guard? I don't know where his face is on this. I don't know. But yeah, this is my point guard though. That's my point guard. This guy hates Sohan. Yeah, I hate him, dude. I hate Sohan. All right, the Sohan hate is me. Okay, let's see here. What else did we have? What else did we have? Oh, also, I did want to do something. What's your fantasy? I wanna lick you to your head to your toes, and I wanna. How the heck do I? All right, let me see something. Give me 1 second. Where is it? Alright, it's unplugged. Give me a second. Oh gosh, I thought I missed something. Thank God I didn't. I have so many messages on Instagram. I won't miss it though. If you guys send me a message saying that you signed up, I won't miss it. I wanted to see something, but it's really difficult to do it through, hold on. Gosh, I hate that it's just Apple right now. Cause yeah, I want to show you guys something. It's okay though. Well, no, it's not okay. Hold on. Fantasy. Let me go to Mojo Fantasy real quick. Okay. What? You posted something on Intertext from Arenas Clan? Oh, yeah. I feel like, wait, with the thing I posted on Twitter with Arenas, didn't we go over this already? Is this new? This isn't new, is it?
One is 19, one is 21. What did the 21-year-old look?
You know what? Yes, indeed, make this a whole segment. Give me a second. Yeah, because there is something I want to bring up. If I can find it. I think it was something I commented on, but I don't think I liked it. Here, give me a millisecond. Oh, I did like it. Cool. All right. Yeah. This is definitely worth bringing up. Big shout out to Gilbert Arenas, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. I don't know who gave him the juice, but this man takes, when it comes to the San Antonio Spurs, anything Spurs related has been top notch, and that is not normal for Gilbert Arenas. Okay, Gilbert Arenas is notorious for terrible takes, but as of the past year, his takes have gotten better and better. I don't know what's going on. Every now and then when he starts to troll, it gets kind of rough, and I think I'm starting to be able to decipher through what's his actual thoughts and what's more of a troll. But dude, oh my goodness, he has been on top of it. And he's been the most sane person on his podcast, which it should be that way. But yeah, he's been the most sane one. He's been awesome. I don't know what to say. Yeah, let's take a listen to what Gilbert Arenas has to say. And the reason why I want to watch this is because what we can also look at is this article, which shout out to just Jay. For actually posting this, because oh god, dude, I hate these types of arguments when it comes to Chet versus Wemby. I hate it. I hate it with every fiber of my being. All right, let's listen.
This is how you look at the situation. One is 19, one is 21. What did the 21-year-old look like when he was at 19 years old, right? I can tell you this, he wasn't in the NBA averaging 19, right? Now, at 21, we see what Chet looks like. What the fuck is Wemby gonna look like at 21?
2 more years.
What is Wemby gonna look like at 20? That's who you're gonna judge Chet against, right? You're judging him against an older player now. At the same age, when Wemby gets to 21, who is he gonna be? Is he gonna be averaging 17 and 10? Or is he gonna be averaging about 25, 26 and 12?
Yeah.
There's your fact. What do you think Chet is gonna, what do you think Wemby's gonna look like in 2 more years at that age, 21? When we're saying 21 turning 22.
And you saying it without a player like SGA,
Just period. What do you think he's gonna look like?
Well, let's not jump to conclusions though. At the point when he's 21, he should have a very good player with him. So Wemby got trash. Hey! Knock it off. We're going to have to do a segment on Sohan. Knock that off.
It's not even going to be a comparison. They're not even going to be on the same planet. Because at 19, when they both was 19, they're not on the same planet.
Right.
One was in high school, college. playing that style. One is in the NBA. They're not on the same planet right now. We're just judging it because they're both rookies. We're not looking. You got to take age as a factor. One is in the NBA with all this pressure. The other one was getting into college.
All right. So with that being said, phenomenal take. Very articulate. I mean, he broke it down beautifully. Yeah. Look, I think sometimes people misread like the whole Chet versus Wemby thing, because while I do believe there's like without a doubt, I've seen enough Chet, enough Wemby. I think without a doubt Wemby's a better player. It's not just potential. Like I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, it's just potential. Like he has the most potential." No, I think he is just a better player. Like he's just better than Chet Holmgren. And the reason why I say that is because there hasn't been a matchup thus far with Wemby that I've sat back and was like, ooh, that looks rough. Or everybody that had concerns about his frame, like, oh, that's really going to come into play. Yeah, Wemby needs to, gain a little bit of muscle, maybe a little bit more muscle, a little bit more strength. It's not saying muscle, more strength, sure. But for the most part, it hasn't really shown to be an issue at all. Like when he went against Rudy Gobert, he was still Wemby. I don't know. He was still phenomenal. Like, but then when I saw Chet go against guys that are a little bit stronger, everything that they feared about Wemby, it's happening with Chet. Chet does not get into the paint as often as Wemby does. The fact that he has SGA and he can more so, he's a very good shooter. He's a very good scorer, very good defender. But it's just kind of a tier or a couple tiers under what Wemby is. And that's a really great point that, yeah, he is 21 and he's had an entire year of being able to develop his skills, of working with NBA coaches, of watching NBA footage, being right there in the locker room, being right there in the film room. Like he's been there. So yeah, he's been able to grow over this past year. I don't know how the NBA can do it where guys that get injured their first year can't be eligible for Rookie of the Year. I don't know if that's fair. I don't know if either way it's fair. Is it fair for a guy because he got injured to not be able to? I mean, I guess you can just sit back and say that's just life. Hey, you missed it. You got hurt, out of your power, but it is what it is. Or, I mean, you just go the way that they're doing it, where it's like, look, the first time you set foot in the NBA, on an NBA court, you're a rookie. It's like, I don't really know how to do it. I don't really have a strong opinion either way. Probably mainly because I think awards like that, they're cool and stuff, but I kind of like those finals MVPs, you know what I mean? That's just the Spurs fan in me. But yeah, just overall, I don't know. And I do want to bring up some numbers as well, some analytics when it comes to Wemby and Chet. One thing that I've noticed, and hopefully I can just bring it up on demand because I didn't have it up. But before we look at that, this article, these are the type of arguments that you start to hear that's just so blasphemous, man. So this is an argument against Wemby winning Rookie of the Year, essentially. And they compare him to Holmgren, which is so stupid. And this person said it perfectly. Number one pick goes to one of the worst teams in the NBA, is then immediately penalized because his team is bad still. Never seen anyone care about efficiency or team record until now for a rookie. Sure, y'all got it. So here we go. It said, and that comes with the territory, my boy. I know this is true, but it comes with the territory. But right here, so his plus minus gap over Wembanyama sits at 216. Holmgren plus 91, Wemby negative 25. Who cares about plus minus? I swear, this is the most overblown stat in the history of the NBA. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're on a bad team, if you're on a very young team, who cares about plus minus? There's nothing you can have phenomenal games and still have a poor plus minus. It doesn't mean anything. Like, it's just one of those stats where I just don't understand why people bring it up to begin with. It just doesn't mean anything. And then he also highlighted here his inability to stop the Spurs' losing streak and inconsistent shooting have been his downside. Wow, the rookie's inability to stop the Spurs' losing streak is his downside. Opposed to Chet, who's just better. No, it's like, no, Chet has a better team. Chet is a phenomenal talent, but he has a better team. He just does. He just has better players around him right now. A more cohesive team that's played together a little bit more. I just don't know. But SGA is definitely a huge part of that. But let me go ahead and bring this up. Just bear with me for a second because I didn't have it up initially, but I think I know how to find it really quick. So Wembanyama stats, and if we go to NBA.com, we go to stats here, and we go to tracking. Pretty sure it's tracking. Is it dashboard? No, it's not tracking. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Is this shots? No, it is. I think. God, how did I find this before? This probably need to be a separate thing. I brought this up before. Basically what it showed was the amount of touches, or was it splits? It has to be tracking. I might have to give up on this. I don't want this to go on forever. Sometimes these things are pretty difficult to find. Advanced box score, tracking. Gosh, I wish I already had it up. You bear with me. We're gonna find it. Give me a second. Cause I can't remember what it's under. I just want to look at touches. How's it not under this? Fans box score, splits, traditional scoring. Oh, wait. It's not under. Hold on. I know what it is. I think it's NBA. Hold on. NBA players. Here we go. All right, here we go. And let's change it up. Let's do. Oops. All right, so here it is. Let's do experience, rookie. Screw it. Get stats. Give me the stats. These are not all rookies. Come on, get out of here with that. Heights. Screw it. Let's just do 7 foot. Wait, not less than 7 feet. More than 7 feet. Get stats. All right. So, yeah. So you can see here it's for... Wait, no, these are just touches. God dang it. Hold on. Jeez. All right. Gosh, I am so sorry. All right, we found it. We finally found it. So here we go. So paint touches. So we go to advance here. This is what I want to show. I want to show the physicality of Wemby versus Chet. So right now, if we go to experience, we go to rookie, go to heights. Let's just do every 7 foot that's taller. It's like 3 of them. And yeah, so if we're comparing Wemby to Chet, it's for, actually, let's do totals. We don't want to do per game. Boo. Let's do totals. All right. So total touches when it comes to paint touches. So you can see Chet Holmgren 78, Wembanyama 130. So this is anything that's around the paint at all. So this could be cuts. This could be, it's just literally anything. Anything that has to do with getting in the paint. Wemby 130 to Chet's 78. So yeah, a quite significant difference. Almost double that. Also, this is another thing that I wanted to bring up. So if we look at that along with, it should be post-ups. Now this is what stands out the most to me. So if we're looking at post-ups between these two. We go to rookie once again. Let's just go ahead and narrow it down. 7 footers. Why do we keep doing that automatically? Totals. Yeah, this is very eye-opening for me. So you got Chet's 2 post-ups. 2. Opposed to Victor Wembanyama's 55. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is a huge gap. All right. So these 2 players in particular, I think while I sit back and I'm like, yeah, Chet Holmgren is a very good player. He's he's more efficient scorer than Victor Wembanyama. That is totally true. But defensively, no. I think while Chet is very good, he's elite. I think Victor Wembanyama is still on another level, even at that. I mean, we're looking at a guy that we might never have seen in the history of the NBA what he's capable of doing defensively. And then when it comes to physicality, Victor Wembanyama is really difficult for him to get his shots right now because of the team that he's on. If he had someone like a SGA, it would be much easier for him. His efficiency will be a little bit higher. But then on top of it, yeah, he's pounding the paint. Okay, he's not just necessarily just sitting there. Now, can he build upon his core strength? Can he build upon his strength as a whole? Sure, yeah. But Chet, I've been seeing him literally get walled, like where he just, it's like a wall he can't get through. It was Chris Paul. He couldn't, and Chris Paul is super strong, but he couldn't back down Chris Paul. Like this is the difference between these two. So I just think that there's more versatility in what Victor Wembanyama brings than Chet. And I think if we're talking about Rookie of the Year, while I wouldn't be upset necessarily or like super angry if Chet won Rookie of the Year, I just haven't really seen good enough arguments for it other than Chet is an efficient scorer or efficient shooter. And it's like, well, he's an efficient shooter because his team as well. And usually with Rookie of the Year, I wouldn't expect them to necessarily give the award based on record. I don't think that they'll do that. So those are my thoughts. I'm sorry. I know it took me forever to even find this. I couldn't remember where I saw it. I thought that you had to go to individual players. No, you don't. You just go to the overall players to find it. But just overall, I think people are tripping about it. Hopefully that makes sense. Sorry you had to wait for so long. I literally forgot how I found this. Wemby doing all this without point guard. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. And defensively, it's just like out of this world. Like it doesn't make any sense what he does defensively. Trying to see what else we had here. Did we watch this?
So is that accurate?
I'll be telling them.
No, we have not watched this. We have not watched this. What? I thought Wemby is a generational talent and you're here comparing him to Chet. Isn't that a low standard? First off, no, Chet is not a low standard. Okay, Chet is going to be a really good player in the NBA, like really good. I don't think Chet is a low standard. But number two, he's a rookie. I was just comparing the rookies because we were talking about Rookie of the Year. Number three, generational talent doesn't necessarily mean that you're a like mega superstar day one. Sometimes that takes time. But defensively, he has been superstar status. So there's that. Also, the last 5 games, he's averaging like 20 points or something. Like 21, 22 points or whatever. But yeah, we're literally talking about Rookie of the Year. Like, I don't know. Okay. Guys, I'm a little late to the punch on this one. Malachi Branham. I liked this for a reason because I was going to go back and watch it with you guys because some people were criticizing this. They were like, wow, Malachi Branham giving any type of advice to anyone, that's laughable. And I just wanted to talk about Malachi a little bit and take a look at this video and see what he had to say. Apparently, he's talking about Wemby. Now, with that being said, you guys just hang in tight because I do want to tell you about the giveaway once again. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the giveaway once again. I saw some people that left and some other people that came in, so I definitely want to get to that. So at the end of this, after we talk about Malachi, stay tuned. We're going to talk about the giveaway again, okay? So I can reiterate what you got to do. All right, Malachi.
Well, from my vantage point, it seems like Victor's being more assertive. I don't know if it comes across when you guys on the court.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
I'll be telling them, be more assertive, you know, especially when it gets to the paint. You know, just assert yourself more, you know, like when he tried to dunk on him, like that. Yeah, just stuff like that, like him being more aggressive, being more assertive, you know, that's what we want. So, you know, I'll be in his ear. I know the coaches and, you know, the teammates be in his ear too.
All right, so let me just, there's more to this. Like this is only halfway through, but I do want to say this. Yeah, so with Wemby I think Wemby, one big adjustment he had to make from France to the NBA is if you guys watched him in that in the French playoffs when he was, you know, going through from round to round, which he was really impressive, by the way. He did it was a lot of double teams on him. So he did a lot of facilitating for his teammates. Like that's what he did. He utilized his gravity, helped his teammates, and got easy baskets for them. And they played more of just like a system ball. Defensively, he was still elite. Even offensively, he has some showings where it's like, oh my goodness, what the heck? Some of the things he's capable of. But overall, he did take more of a backseat approach. So I think when he came to the Spurs, it was that as well, that he needed to be a little bit more assertive. He got, you know, comfortable with playing like system ball, which is still, you know, still play some system ball, but I think right now, like, he is just leagues above what other people's potentials are. So it's really nice that we have guys like Malachi and the coaches and probably all of his teammates just tell him, dude, go for it. That no one necessarily sitting back afraid of him taking the spotlight or anything that they want him to. And it definitely speaks volumes to Wembanyama's personality as well, because he does seem like a really like good kid. And honestly, he seems like a very humble kid. Okay, maybe I won't go as far as say good. We don't know him personally, but he seems like a very humble kid from what we've seen. I mean, even to the point where Don Barlow was taken aback because he said, yeah, this generational talent was asking me questions about my game and things that he can improve. And he was like, I'm undrafted. You're the first overall pick and you're asking me these questions. So yeah, it really shows his humility there.
On his end, do you sense it's one of those, he kind of has to be told or reminded because he is so young, he's so new? Like, I guess, you know, the reasons behind why automatically maybe it's not there.
Not really, because at the same time, you know, he's going to do what he do. But him, you know, us just reminding him, just be more aggressive, you know, roll and get to the rim and post somebody up, just stuff like that. We got to remind him just a little bit, but, you know, he's going to be good.
Yeah, and I think my assessment of it, I could be completely wrong, but just based on what I've seen from Wemby, I feel like it really does come down to he knows what the San Antonio Spurs represent, okay? But he is a team player. Like, he's not going to sit here and just necessarily take over the game offensively if the best possible way to win is for him to get his teammates involved and everything like that. So, and he's still trying to figure things out. I feel like Zach Collins in the starting lineup has not been exactly what we wanted, because he was supposed to be a guy that can kind of stretch the floor for Wemby and really give him that type of space to put in work. But unfortunately, when Zach Collins' shot isn't going, where is he going? He's in the paint. You know, he's trying to make things happen there. He's not necessarily pulling out his center. And even when he goes out, the center doesn't really bite. They're like, hey, you're probably going to, you might not make this one. So I think it's been tough on Wemby in that regard as well, as far as that aggressiveness. So he kind of thinks, hey, let me get to the open spot. Let me, this is the best way for us to be successful. So I think that's where a lot of the aggression comes from. It has nothing to do with Wemby not being aggressive. Wemby's a monster. Okay, he is absolutely nasty. He wants to win. It just comes down to whatever he wants or whatever he think is the best possible way for his team to be successful. But now I think he's getting pushed to the point where it's like, no, me dominating is probably the best way for this team to win right now. And he's been playing like it. Last 5 games, 20 plus points. Pretty wonderful. So with that being said, I do want to talk about you, Mr. Malachi Branham. He shook his head. He said, yeah, let's talk. So Malachi, there's been so many people, and not necessarily dogpiling on Malachi, because I didn't really see that, but there's been quite a few people just saying that they're not really bought into Malachi. They don't think he's going to be that good. Oh my goodness, his defense is terrible. And I just want to say this. Defensively, Malachi Branham will, and I was talking to someone on Twitter about this because someone mentioned, like, oh, if he can become a lockdown defender, he will never be a lockdown defender, okay? Malachi will never be a lockdown defender. He'll probably never be a great defender, okay? A lot of times when guys are great defenders or really good defenders, they were kind of really good defenders from day one. The only thing you can really ask for Malachi right now is for him to not eventually be like a liability, right? That's like the main thing. Just be serviceable defensively. But I'm not expecting Malachi to come in here and put up, 5 steals and lock down. No. He's going to always be more than likely an average defender. And that's the thing. He doesn't have to be a lockdown defender. Not every player on the Spurs have to be a lockdown defender, have to be a phenomenal defender. Not everyone has to be. It's not the reality of it. But one thing that he can do, or a few things that he can do, he can light you up. Any given night, he can light you up. Right now, you haven't been able to see it. I don't think that he's been the best version of himself, but I think it's also because the Spurs have resorted him to being more of a catch and shooter, just because of how the team is structured right now. Devin Vassell taking over a big part of the load as far as scoring. I think that's kind of where that's come from. So he's been more resorted to a catch and shooter. But if he can come into the role that he was in college, for majority of college, dude, he is going to be so nasty. He is going to be so nasty because he can facilitate for his teammates. He's the bet, in my opinion. You can say that I'm wrong, and if you bring up a name, I'll say, okay, you got me there. But in his draft, the one thing that came up for me, I was like, I think this guy, Malachi Branham, is the best pick and roll guard in that draft, like by far, in my opinion. But he can facilitate for his teammates. He can create his own shot. He doesn't need much room. What's open to him wouldn't be open for another guy. And once he gets going, he's absolutely nasty. The only thing that he struggles with, and some people bring up the Lonnie Walker effect. I like to think of it more like Derek White, because he has so much potential, but sometimes he does get in his own head, and you can see it where, he is upset or he is getting down on himself. He putting his head down, and I think that he can really be hard on himself, and I think Popovich has really handled him in a really in a smart way. I'm saying really a lot. He's handled him in a smart way, where he doesn't necessarily need a bunch of yelling at or really getting onto him. Like, not necessarily. He needs a little bit more. I know this is going to sound weak, but a little bit more care. Okay. But with that being said, Malachi Branham, when you spark something underneath them, like you say one thing to, and I'm probably just going to learn this because we've already seen it not only in the summer league, but we've also seen it in college. He's talked about this himself as far as his trainer, back in the day. When you say certain things to him, or he gets tested, or he gets pushed to a degree, he can just light you up. He turns like Super Saiyan. He's like ridiculous. So I think as time goes on, Spurs fans are going to be able to see that a little bit more. It's just that right now, the role that he has, and it makes sense for him to have it, he's just not necessarily in that role yet. But as it goes on, he'll be another guy that's going to facilitate the offense along with, in the future, along with Jeremy Sohan. And hopefully we can get a, actual point guard in there as well. So it'll be okay. It'll be all right. I just think that he's really getting a lot of hate. Maybe, it's kind of unwarranted. I don't think it's that serious. But yeah, those are my thoughts about Malachi. I think that he's going to be absolutely nasty. His potential is out the roof. And I think right now, if people are just now getting familiar with his game, I could understand why people don't necessarily buy into him. But he is a really good player. Yeah, really good player. I really wanted Lonnie to shine with us. I did too. Everyone did, but it is what it is. All right, with that being said, guys, listen, okay? Listen. Mojo Fantasy. So I want to tell you about a giveaway, all right? We will be giving away $200 worth of San Antonio Spurs tickets. This is to any game, okay? So any game that you want to go to, $200 value, you will get that. All you have to do is, well, you'll be entered to get that. All you have to do is go to the link in my bio, in my description, go to Mojo Fantasy, download the app, sign up, and then send me a message, a direct message. You can send it, you can send it so many different ways. You can send it Instagram, and you can DM me. You can send it on Twitter, and you can DM me. Or you can even send me an email at clanthespursfan@gmail.com. Send me an email and say, hey, I just signed up. Just show me that you signed up. That's all you got to do. But that's it. Sign up to Mojo Fantasy. Check it out. Send me a message, and we'll get it popping. Okay, it's a great app. It's a great sports book. It's kind of insane the way that they did it. But I really do appreciate the. Guys, I just got stuck about that. That sucked. I really do appreciate them reaching out and being able to work with the channel. If you guys support Mojo, you support me. So please, please, please sign up to Mojo Fantasy. Means the world to moi. So, and it should mean the world to you. But yeah, get yourself a chance to win some tickets. So there's that. For sale. DB says for sale. Yes, for sale. I agree. I don't even know what we're talking about. Besides Wemby, there we go. Who's the best one-on-one player on our team? Oh, yeah, for sale, easily. I would say probably for sale and then Sohan. One-on-one? Maybe? Probably Sohan. Chetty Osman is a good one-on-one. He's okay. He's okay. He's all right. I was thinking Malachi. Oh, yeah. What the heck am I thinking? We just did a segment on Malachi. I'm seriously. Yeah, probably Malachi. Maybe. Yeah, probably Malachi. Not mad at that. Malachi can create his own shot. Malachi is really good off the pick and roll. He's really good off of screens, though. Yeah, that's the thing. He's really good off of screens. All right. Guys? Give me a second. Let me do something real quick. Can't help myself. How does it feel? I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. To know that I love you, baby. I'm lost without you. Can't help myself. How does it feel? Maneuver some things. Know that I love you, baby. All right. Let's do one more segment. I think that's fine. I think that's fair. You guys want to do one more segment? Let's see. I'm pretty sure. If we go to YouTube, let's see. Oh, how long did Pop talk? Oh, Pop. All right. Okay. Literally 32 minutes ago. We're going to end the stream on a high note. I think this might be a high note. Greg Popovich in full 4K 4K glory. This is actually really good picture. What the heck is going on? What kind of camera is that? It seemed like Spurs really updated their cameras after getting Wemby, didn't they? So we're going to take a look at what Popovich has to say. Didn't really care to look at anything like last game because we were too depressed. But I think that this is fine to listen to what he has to say here, especially since, hey, that's another 2 losses in the books. And I'm sure reporters have some questions. Now, before we get into this, before we listen to Popovich in his glory, just really quickly, guys, if you guys want to support the channel, you support this sponsor, and you support this channel, you support this live stream, you support us for the majority of the season, all you have to do is head on over to BetUS. I'm going to let BetUS take it away because they have some things to say to you guys, and then I will tell you a little bit about it. Did my camera just my camera just jumped? I have no idea what that was.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
All right, so BetUS, big shout out to BetUS. So if you guys are interested at all when it comes to the betting world, because it is a beautiful world, all you guys have to do, you head on over to BetUS, link in my description. You will receive a 125% bonus. All you have to do is just sign up, link in my description. It's right there, and you will automatically get that. And what does that mean? That means if you put in $100, you get $125 free to play with. And on BetUS site, you go over here, you just take a look at it really quick. We look at it so many times, but it is a really good site. So you go to basketball here, and you scroll on down, and there's so many different things to bet on, okay? Internationally, but I always show my favorite, and it's this NBA championship winner. Let's see if it's changed at all. No, our chances have not changed at all. But as you can see here, if you wanted to bet on the San Antonio Spurs winning the championship for some reason, let's just say we put in $25, you will win a lot of money. You win $12,500 if the San Antonio Spurs were to win the championship, and the risk is $25. Now, something that's probably a little bit more likely, let's just see something that's probably a pretty good bet. I think Miami would be a pretty nice one, right? Let's see. What's the same? If we do a risk of 25, 1,000. I think that's pretty doggone good. So if $25, that's $1,000. If they were to win the championship, and I don't think that's too far off. That's a pretty decent one right there. But anyways, if you guys want to support the channel and you also are interested, please head on over to BetUS, link in my description. Great stuff. All right, let's take a look at this. You guys are talking about the Pistons. I'm sorry for getting us on the Pistons topic earlier. All right, let's listen to what Popovich has to say. Should I put... I was going to say I was going to put closed captions on, but there aren't any closed captions. Okay. I didn't hear a word you said. Hold on.
Because you guys had a couple of prolonged scoring goals.
You guys had some scoring lows. How have you dealt with that? I think that's what he said.
Great back-to-back effort.
Oh my goodness. What the heck? Where's the mic? Oh my goodness.
The same bugaboos keep cropping up. 20 turnovers for 24 points. Really puts us behind the 8 ball. And we have 11 undisciplined fouls to shot 12 more free throws. So those are the two things that they just got to figure it out. They got to take it. There's no drills for that. I don't know any no turnover drills.
That's a really good point from Pop. Yeah, that is a really good point. I didn't even think about that. Like, that's another argument that we can use against some of these people that are like Pop haters for obvious reasons that have nothing to do with basketball. This right here. So, and by the way, if you guys are spamming anything in the comments that's related to Popovich that has nothing to do with basketball, why you hate him, you're instantly banned from the channel. Like, I instantly hide you from the channel. Like, I do this all the time, okay? Like, I am totally open for any For any comments, like any criticisms, I'm open for that. But once you get into the territory of saying some BS that has nothing to do with basketball, yeah, that's when you're gone, buddy. That's how we do it around yeah. But anyways, Greg Popovich though, perfect thing to say. So yeah, so this whole thing where I kept saying that I felt as if the Spurs just lack experience, and there's kind of nothing that the coaches can do about that necessarily, other than keep coaching them up, keep telling them the same thing. Wemby has even said himself, once we come into our own, once we start doing what the coaches tell us to do, then we'll start being successful. It's just one of those things where when you're starting to create a habit, it's tough to create a habit. It takes time, right? And it's definitely not going to be created within 20 games. It's going to take a little minute before those habits start to set in, and then it doesn't help the fact that you're going against really tough talent most nights thus far. But it should get a little bit easier as the season goes on now. But it was really tough beginning of the season. With that being said, like Popovich said, there's no drills for that. There's nothing you can necessarily do to prevent that, other than guys have to start being more mindful, start listening, start making it more of a habit. That's it. Basketball criticism is fine. It is. I'm curious how long you think Pop got before retirement. 79. I think he'll retire once he's 79. I mean, which is he signed that 5-year deal, so yeah. I think he signed that 5-year deal and he's like legitimately done after that. And I think that's enough time for us to kind of figure things out as far as who will be the next Popovich's protege. I don't know. Successor, sorry.
No foul calls. It's judgment. It's decision making. That kind of thing. We're not good at it right now, so it makes it difficult. But the effort was there, as I said, especially.
Dude! Me and Popovich watching the same game. Me and Popovich are watching the same game. We're both on the couch watching these games together. That's what I said. The effort is there. People like bring up random things. It's like, and I know it makes it difficult. And I said this before, that a lot of times it makes it difficult for fans when you don't have someone to point at, right? Like, it's very, like, for instance, me as a Cowboys fan, for years, I could just point at Jerry Jones, like pretty much, right? Like the decisions that he's made, his ego always getting in the way, the types of coaches that he brings along. Like, yeah, it's Jerry, right? Like, I could point the finger and say it's Jerry Jones, and that's nice, right? It's nice to be able to talk to other Cowboys fans and we both can agree and be pretty, well, no, we don't always agree. Cowboys fans are kind of crazy, but it is cathartic when you can talk to other Cowboys fans. We both can like hate on one person together. But with the Spurs, unfortunately, it's not as simple as you think. It's not just Popovich. It's not just lineups. It's not just one player. It's not. It's the whole experience. Okay, it's the experience of the entire team. That's what it is. They just have to create habits. They have to get better. But it's not Popovich. It's not the lineups. And one thing that irked me, dude, it drove me crazy because I got so many people sending me a message about this. Do you guys remember? Don't remember who we were playing. I'm sorry. My memory is terrible, but I do remember what was said. It was not Sean. I think it was Reggie Miller. It was Reggie Miller, and Reggie Miller said, and if I'm wrong, if it's another commentator that said it, you guys let me know. But Reggie Miller said, if you replace Jeremy Sohan with Trey Jones, you win games. Brilliant. Beautiful. Brilliant. That is not true whatsoever. Like, he just brought up a stat where it showed Trey Jones plays better with Wemby, and then just automatically said that equates to wins right there. And like completely taking out of context the fact that Trey Jones, when he's played with Wemby, was against units that weren't as difficult as the units that Sohan has played with Wemby as well. Just completely take out any nuance there, and just blatantly said on national television that if Trey Jones plays, you win. And it was so many people sending me that and saying, see, even Reggie said, and it's like, dude, come on. Like, come on. Very frustrating. Oh, I'm sorry. Not Reggie. I'm sorry. That was Richard Jefferson. Thank you, Ruru. Thank you so much. Okay, Richard Jefferson said that. Yes, you're right. Yeah, not Reggie Miller. I'm sorry. It wasn't Reggie Miller. It was Richard Jefferson. Thank you. Yeah, it was just so frustrating, dude. So frustrating. think Denver game he said that. Yeah, it was so dumb, dude. It really pissed me off because I'm like, oh my God, they're just taking like Twitter comments and just putting it on TV. And now everyone that hasn't watched the Spurs all season just think it's as simple as just plug in this player and you win these games. That was so frustrating.
I thought Charles Bassett was fantastic tonight. He was great. Everything he did.
Pop had his one positive was what I said, and it was Bassey was good. That's it.
Charles's energy, can that be infectious to people?
Yeah, I think they really appreciate it. He excites them when he blocks a shot or makes a play of some sort. He's really respected.
Did you know much about him when you brought him in last year?
I knew nothing. But obviously our scouts knew something, so they did a good job.
Pop has said this as well. I think this is probably, I don't know if this worked. This hasn't really been the criticism as of late now that we got Wemby, but it was the criticism last season. Everyone keeps saying Popovich need to make this move, Popovich need to do that. And in actuality, the reason why the Spurs work so well is because there isn't this necessarily like authoritarian approach. Like Popovich does have like a say-so in things, right? Like they're getting ready to trade someone, they're going to tell Popovich about it. They're getting ready to make a move, yeah, I'm sure they're going to tell Popovich about it. But Popovich has even said himself, the front office does their thing and I do my job. I coach whoever's in front of me. And that's the best way they can go about it. That's the most functional way. If Popovich start putting his ego in it and saying, okay, now I'm going to be in this room. All right. Yeah, you scouts. Yeah, I hear you. But I've been watching this kid out of Notre Dame. No, that's not happening. He's not doing that. Right. So I don't know why I said Notre Dame, but you get what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he's not doing that.
Coach, hi. We are Catedral de Bortilla from Santiago de Chile.
Okay.
And thank you. And
we say Pop knows there's some truth to it. He already says Trey knows how to pace the offense and set the players. Jeremy does not and doesn't seem to focus on it when he's primary point guard. Well, as of the last two games, Jeremy Sohan hasn't really ran a lot of point guard, but yeah, Ruru, I mean, no one disagrees with that. Everyone knows that Trey Jones is a better point guard than Jeremy Sohan. All I'm trying to say is it's not as simple as bench Sohan, play Trey, and you win. Like, nothing is that simple. I mean, unless we're talking about a like legitimate superstar talent, like is Trey Jones Dame or something? Like, is he Steph Curry? It's like, yeah, sit Sohan, play Steph Curry, and you win. Yeah, sure, but like it's very few players that it's going to work like that, right? Like, and Jeremy Sohan, that's another thing. He doesn't just bring to the game assist or facilitating for his teammates. There's a lot of things that he does on the court that makes it very difficult for defenses. And there's a lot of things he does on the defensive end that's huge as well. So it's not as simple as sit this player, play this player, you win. And that's what made me so angry about it, because it's not real. That's not real. That's not how that's going to work. And it comes from people that just haven't really watched the Spurs at all. It's really frustrating.
Again, from Chile, so you have spent your career training players from around the world. You train Manu Ginobili. Can you tell us what's the difference between training Latin players from the rest of the world?
No difference whatsoever.
So eBay said, what's the difference between training? That's a weird way of saying it. It's probably like an English barrier. Coaching Latino players and non-Latin players or whatnot. Or Latin players. I think that's what he said.
It's basketball, no matter how you slice it. Same fundamentals, win and lose, whether you have the fundamentals or you don't. Talent is important. Skills are important. Heart is important. You mentioned Manu. He had skills, he had heart, tenacity. All those things are the same, whether you're from Chile or Argentina, Bolivia,
it's universal.
Or Massachusetts in the United States.
It's universal. Yeah.
I think there's a chance right now that the game is more global to find new biggest stars that are coming from South America.
Well, it's already global, for sure. And I think that South America doesn't have as many players as Europe, but I think as time goes on, it will explode there just like it has in other parts of the world, I'm sure.
Yeah, good stuff. So let me address what Serge said here in the chat. He says, I've never seen a basketball team. Oh, sorry. Let me read your first comment. This team is without defined hierarchy. Popovich still hasn't made it clear to them who is the first option, the second option. I think he wants the players to understand this for themselves. I've never seen a basketball team win without hierarchy, and you can bet that when the hierarchy is defined, Sohan, Vassell, and Keldon will greatly increase the numbers of assists they make in games. I mean, for sure. But I don't necessarily, like, obviously, right, Wemby is the hierarchy. And I know what you're saying. Like, yeah, it's going to happen naturally. Popovich isn't going to just come out the woodwork and say, give it to this guy, everyone get out the way. It's just going to happen. When you're that guy, right? Same thing with Tim Duncan. He was just that guy. Like, you knew right off the bat. He's just that guy. And there's nothing that Popovich could have said personally to those already older veterans on that team on give it to him, get out the, like, there's nothing he could have said. Like, so it just has to naturally happen. And I think as it goes on, Wemby defines his game a little bit more, it'll happen. But Wemby is getting a ton of touches. I think it's a group effort. I don't necessarily think, because I know what you're saying, but I don't necessarily think it's like a who wants to be the alpha dog type of situation. I think they're all just trying to win. They don't really care who's the alpha in any given game. It's just as time goes on, kind of like you said, that it just happen naturally. Wemby will be the guy, and the second option is Devin. But right now, I think the team as a whole is giving Devin the ball quite often, try to make things happen. I mean, he is really keeping our head above water in a lot of these games, and same as Wemby, right? And it'll just happen with due time. I don't think it's anything to really worry about. But yeah, you're right though. There's usually a hierarchy. I mean, not usually. There's always a hierarchy for the most part. There's very few teams where, you know, it's such an even team and everyone's contributing in some type of way, some type of fashion. Like what you got, like the Detroit Pistons of 04. Anyone else? That's kind of, I mean, the closest thing, maybe Spurs 2020 or 2014. But even then, you know, Duncan's that guy. If you absolutely just need a basket, you could probably still go to Duncan. But yeah, you just don't tank if you have the number one pick. That is the rule. Tanking means that you don't trust or even impress in your number one pick. Coach needs to try and win as many games as possible. I think he's trying it. This isn't a tank. Like, I feel like last season, like the tank for last season, right, was from the head honchos, right? It was from Brian Wright when you trade away DeJounte Murray, trade away Derek White the season prior. Like, they knew what they were doing. They were going into full on tank. The players were still playing hard, but if someone had a little, you know, little knee issue or whatever, you're sitting out. Keldon legitimately, or not Keldon, I'm sorry. Vassell legitimately was hurt. But yeah, it's just, you just weren't going to win with Keldon Johnson being your main guy. Like, there was no way. Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan being a rookie, you're not going to win games with those two being your main guy throughout the season. That was a tank. That was a tank from the front office. So it was a very natural tank. Now, right now, I don't think that that's the case. Right now, the Spurs are just playing it out, right? Like, they're just going through with the plan that was initially that you tank, you got your superstar talent, and now you kind of see what you got. You still don't know, because a lot of guys that you picked up in the draft prior were guys that could fit on any team, any given system. That's just how that is. And yeah, now it's a matter of, you got some mismatch players here. You know, you're trying to see Wemby's going to develop in what, I mean, he's going to develop in what he got to be, but you know, once he can come into his own and be a legitimate threat, like maybe 30-point threat any given night. That's not necessarily the case yet, but I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm babbling now, but you get what I'm saying though. Like, they're losing a lot of games, but this isn't a tank. This is just going through with the plan. Like, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything the Spurs could have done thus far that would change anything. Also, we can't even trade anybody till what, December 15th or something? Like, it's nothing they can do anyways. Random injuries. Oh, wait. We are definitely tanking. Think about it. We're having the same third quarter problems. Always start good and then lose. So do you think that Popovich is telling, because I feel like at that point it's kind of conspiracy. Like, do you think Popovich is telling these guys, hey, third quarter, don't make adjustments? Or I don't think that's the case. I think Pop really is trying to win. It's just that our personnel, they're just too inconsistent. But that third quarter problem, I mean, I get what you're saying. It was a problem last season as well. But I do think overall this team, even though the record isn't showing, I do believe that this team is better than it was last season. They're having more stretches that I sit back and I'm impressed by, even more so than last season. So December 15th, yeah? Okay, cool. So that's when you can start trading. So, like, there's nothing they could have done now, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs did make some type of trade. Won't be some huge trade. I wouldn't do something crazy. I wouldn't go out and get Zach LaVine or nothing, but I just wouldn't be surprised. Third quarter been the issue since 2018. It's been an issue for a while, for sure. But last season it was really rough. But we'll see. I think, hold on, before we end this segment off, let's take a look. Spurs upcoming games. Because I think, you guys can't see, sorry. I think this is fine to look at. All right, Bulls, you should win this game. You're at home. It's the Chicago Bulls. Good guy win this game. Timberwolves, we should win this game too, hopefully. Because Timberwolves, that was the in-season tournament. We barely lost. I think the Spurs should win this. So I knew that they should have beat the Hawks. That game was so close, but I think right now this is when you get things going. You beat the Timberwolves, you get the ball rolling, you beat the Bulls, and then you got them Rockets, baby. You got them Rockets. Them Rockets fans been talking a lot of smack, and a lot of people are gonna watch. Oh, thank God these Spurs versus Lakers games are at San Antonio. God, thank God, dude. Thank God. I did not want to stay up till like midnight watching that game. We ain't winning against the Bulls. I think we should win against the Bulls. You don't think we'll win against the Bulls? I don't know what makes you think we wouldn't win against the Bulls. What are the Bulls' overall record? 6-14. 6-14. Oh my. How are the... Oh my God. This is why you give it time, guys. Give us one more year. Oh my goodness. I didn't even realize how well the Orlando Magic were doing. That's pretty awesome. Good for Ben Carroll, man. What do you have in this game? This is why you give them a year. Oh my goodness. 28.7 assists, 13 rebounds. This is why you give your superstar rookies, your superstar caliber rookies a year, okay? Just give them a minute, all right? Jeez, guys. Give them a minute. Give Wemby a year. That's a beautiful thing to see. That gives me some hope. Good job, Orlando. Anyways, I'll give it to you guys later with this one. Segment ending. All right. I'm getting out of here. Can't wait to see Isaiah Collier with Wemby next season. I don't think he'll be with Wemby next season, but that's just me. I'm not crazy about Collier. I have to watch more, I guess, but I'm not that crazy about him right now. All right, guys, I'm getting off. I love you. You have a phenomenal night. I think we did quite a few segments, but I'll go live again. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow. I don't think so. Maybe Sunday. Spurs don't play till Wednesday, which is insane, but we'll see. Looking forward to your draft scouting reports, clan. See you. Yeah, I'll look into some of you guys. You ready to admit Collins sucks, clan? The heck? I never said Collins was like top notch. I feel like he has a pretty tough load right now. What he has to do, like he's literally doing like Jakob Poeltl's job along with attempting to be attempt to space the floor. Sorry, but I don't know. I don't think Collins is. I haven't been praising Collins. I feel like he's been struggling. I even said that he should come off the bench. I don't think he sucks though. Sucks is pretty wild thing to say. He's just one of those players that you get a little bit more talent on this team. I mean, he'll be praised, but no, you never ever criticize him ever, and he stinks up every game. I mean, I just did. He doesn't play, like, his shooting has been really bad, and I keep saying this, like, his shooting's bad, and that was kind of the main reason why he was in the starting lineup with Wemby, so he could stretch the floor. I don't know. I mean, not blaming individual, that's Clarence principle. Yeah, I don't blame it. Like, we're nowhere near the point where I can start blaming individuals, okay? That's my thing. We're nowhere near that. Can you blame individual players? Yes. There is a point in which you can blame individual players. But this team is still trying to figure out what they are. That we're still developing. We're still trying to see what Wemby can be by the end of this season. Like, Wemby doesn't even have like a go-to move yet. Like, we're still trying to figure out what's he's most comfortable with. Thanks for subscribing. So, like, there's no like one player right now that I can blame. But the thing is, usually, honestly, there usually isn't just one player you can blame, right? I mean, usually there just isn't one player that you can blame. Now, if a team is playing consistently well all game long and then someone turns the ball over on a really dumb mistake, yeah, you can blame them, sure. But if the team was like pretty inconsistent throughout the entire game and then that player turns it over at the end, it's like, well, I'm not just going to blame that player, right? I'd say everyone has developed and showed improvement in the game other than Keldon, unfortunately. He is what he is. Yeah. You remember when I said Keldon Johnson is a role player and everyone got mad at me? You remember that? When I said that? That wasn't this season. That was like the start of last season. And everyone got mad about it. And then after the season, they're like, you still think he's a role player, Clan? Look at what he's averaging. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. So? I'm 6'3" and I'm 6'3" too. And haven't touched a ball in weeks. And I could probably body Collins. He's so soft in the paint. Everyone bodies him. I know you're being hyperbolic, but the slim chance that you're for real, no, dude, you get like absolutely demolished by Zach Collins. Where was Wemby tonight? Oh, he had hip tightness he had hip tightness before last game. So yeah, I was expecting him probably to not play this one. I think that's also why we had a lack of people in this live stream tonight. So anyways, I'm getting off, guys. I'm like super hungry. I haven't ate dinner. I know it's like super late. I need to eat and chill out. You get my point. Everyone makes him. Or makes him. Everyone makes him their little kid. I feel you, man. Collins is fine, though. Clan, wait. What? What's up? What's up, July? Oh. Wait a minute. Should we? I think we're I mean, we can. You want to? All right, let's do it. Well, guys. Oh crap. Let's do it. Why not? You're right. Why not? You're absolutely right. Okay, let's do a plug. Let's do a plug. Screw it. Let's do it. Why not? All right. BetUS, please take it away.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
All right, so big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video and this channel for this entire season. It means the world to me. It means the world to my followers. It is a great, great partnership that we got going on. So if you guys are interested in betting on any game, it's a beautiful sports book. You got live betting. You can do the casino. You can do race book. You do so many different things. But what we care about the most is basketball. Football, ice hockey, I don't care about none of that. But you go to basketball here and you scroll on down, and there's so many different things that you can bet on. My favorite is NBA championship winner, but just look at another one. Just say NBA in-tournament MVP. Who has the least chance? Derek White? Oh, that kind of makes me sad a little bit. But if you wanted to do that, if you want to bet on Derek White, let's just say $10. I don't want to risk too much. Well, look at that. $1,000. You will win $1,000 if Derek White is the in-season tournament MVP. So lots of different things there. You can do specific games. You can do over or under as far as rebounds, scoring, assists, just so many different things. But link in the description. You'll receive 125% bonus when you sign up through my link. What does that mean? You put in $100 on BetUS. Well, they will give you $125 free dollars to play with. So just want to show you guys that. Big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video, this channel. And if you guys support BetUS, you support me. So there is that. Great stuff. Great stuff. Oh, man. All right, guys. I will get with you later. Thanks for all the love. Let's end this stream, okay?